Good morning, everyone. What if I told you there's a reason your body hasn't been getting stronger, even though you've been doing everything right? You walk every day, you stay active, you try to eat healthy, but something still feels off. Maybe you've noticed it. Getting up from the couch takes more effort than it used to. Climbing the stairs feels heavier, or your balance just isn't what it was before. If that sounds familiar, take a breath. You're not broken. Your body is simply asking for a different kind of signal. After 60, it's not about doing more. It's about doing what your body truly responds to. And the good news, you can start today. No gym, no equipment, just two simple movements that send one powerful message. It's time to rebuild. Here's something most people never tell you. Even after 60, your body doesn't stop building muscle. It just stops hearing the right signals. See, walking, stretching, staying active, those things are wonderful for your heart and your joints. But they don't send a strong enough message to your muscles to rebuild. After 60, your body changes the way it listens. It needs a clearer, stronger signal, one that tells every cell, wake up, we still need you. That's what most people get wrong. They keep moving more, but not smarter. They walk for miles, hoping their strength will return, but walking only uses about a quarter of your upper body's potential. That means 3/4 of your body never gets the message to grow. The good news? This isn't a problem, it's an opportunity. Because when you give your body the right kind of movement, the kind that challenges your muscles just enough to respond, your body wakes up again. Your balance improves, your posture straightens, your sleep gets deeper. Even your mood and hormones begin to shift in your favor. You don't need weights, you don't need a gym. You just need to learn how to speak your body's language again. In a minute, I'll show you two simple movements, no equipment, no pain, no pressure, that send that exact rebuilding signal your body's been waiting for. But before we move on, tell me in the comments, have you been doing everything right, but still not seeing results? Just write yes, or that's me. And if you'd like, add where you're watching from: Florida, age 67, or Texas, age 72. I read every message, and it always reminds me, none of us are alone in this journey to rebuild. So now that you know what your body's really asking for, let's start rebuilding from the inside out. We'll begin with the first movement. It may look simple, but don't let that fool you. This quiet push can wake up the strength you thought was gone. There's a quiet kind of power we lose without noticing. The strength to open jars, to lift ourselves from a chair, to push a door with confidence. Most people don't realize it's fading until one day, it's gone. But what if I told you one small movement could bring that power back? Not with heavy weights, not with pain, just with your body and the wall in front of you. Let me introduce you to the wall push-up. On the outside, it looks basic, but inside your body, something remarkable happens. When you press your palms into the wall, your muscles send signals deep into your cells, telling them it's time to rebuild. Scientists call this process mechanotransduction, a fancy word that simply means your effort turns into growth. Unlike walking, which uses only a small portion of your upper body, this movement activates your chest, shoulders, triceps, and even your core, over 60% of your muscle potential. That's real stimulation. That's what wakes the body up. And here's the best part, it's completely joint-friendly. No floor, no strain, no pressure. Just your body and gravity, working together instead of against each other. But this isn't just about muscle. It's about posture, breathing, and balance, the things that quietly shape how alive you feel each day. As we age, gravity slowly pulls us forward. Our shoulders round, our backs curve, our lungs have less room to expand. When you strengthen the muscles that pull your chest open, you don't just stand taller, you breathe deeper, think clearer, and feel lighter. Each controlled push also trains your diaphragm, the muscle that helps you draw fuller breaths. The more oxygen you take in, the more your body thrives. And every push helps your brain reconnect with your muscles, a process called neural activation. It sharpens coordination, balance, and even your ability to prevent falls before they happen. Let's go through it together. Stand about an arm's length from the wall. Place your palms flat at shoulder height, fingers pointing upward. Keep your body in a straight line from head to heels. Engage your core gently. Now, slowly bend your elbows, bringing your chest toward the wall. Keep your elbows close, not flaring out. Lower until your nose is just a few inches away. Then exhale and push yourself back to start. That's 1 rep. Start with 8 to 10. Rest for a minute. Do 2 or 3 sets, 3 times a week. Too easy? Step your feet a little farther back. Too hard? Move closer. Progress is progress, no matter the distance. Most people over 60 can safely do this movement. But if you've had shoulder surgery or severe joint pain, talk with your doctor first. Remember, this is about rebuilding, not rushing. I want to tell you about June. She was 71, living alone, fiercely independent. She began doing this movement 3 times a week. After a month, her back pain eased. By the 2nd month, she could lift heavier grocery bags without strain. By the 3rd, she said something I'll never forget. I feel like my upper body belongs to me again. That's what this movement does. It helps you reclaim ownership of your body and rebuild the quiet confidence time tried to take. So here's your invitation. Find a wall, take a breath, and press gently. Feel your muscles respond. Feel your balance shift. You're not just pushing against the wall. You're pushing back against time. And if you're starting today, leave a comment below that says, I'm pressing back. Let's see how many of us are taking that first push together. Now that your upper body is reawakening, it's time to strengthen the foundation that carries you through life, your legs. Because when your legs grow weak, independence slowly starts to slip away. There's one movement that quietly decides how long you'll be able to live life on your own terms. It's not glamorous. You won't see it trending online. But it may be the difference between standing up with confidence or needing a helping hand. It's called the chair squat, a movement so simple, yet so deeply tied to freedom. Every day you perform this motion dozens of times without realizing it. Getting out of bed, rising from the toilet, sitting down for dinner, climbing stairs. But when your legs start losing power, these everyday actions can feel like mountains. That's why this movement matters. It doesn't just build muscle, it teaches your body how to rise again, safely, confidently, and with purpose. When you practice this movement, you're not training for fitness. You're training for freedom. It works your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and calves, your entire lower chain of power. And here's something incredible. Studies show that when older adults practice controlled squatting movements several times a week, they can gain up to 4 pounds of lean muscle and reduce their risk of falling by nearly 50%. That's not a small number. That's fewer hospital visits, fewer broken hips, and more years of strength you can count on. But it's not just about your muscles. When your glutes, your biggest muscle group, are strong and active, your whole body moves better. Your spine stays aligned. Your pelvis stabilizes. Your knees and hips carry less strain. Even your balance improves. That means walking feels smoother and standing up no longer feels like a challenge. I've seen this change happen again and again, men and women in their 70s, 80s, even 90s, who could barely rise from a chair, suddenly regaining control over their own bodies. And I'll never forget Linda. She was 68, and every time she tried to stand up from the couch, she had to push on her thighs with both hands. After 6 weeks of gentle, consistent practice, she messaged me and said, "For the first time in years, I got up without using my hands. I felt strong." That's not just strength, that's liberation. So let's go through it step by step. Find a sturdy, non-slippery chair. Stand directly in front of it, feet shoulder-width apart, toes slightly turned outward. Extend your arms forward at shoulder height for balance. Now imagine sitting down in slow motion. Push your hips back, not your knees forward. Keep your chest lifted and your eyes ahead. Lower yourself until your bottom barely touches the chair. Don't collapse. Pause for a breath, then drive through your heels to rise again. That's 1 rep. Start with 8 to 10. Rest for 90 seconds. Do 2 or 3 sets, 4 times per week. If you need to sit fully between reps at first, that's okay. Progress happens one small win at a time. To make it harder, hover just above the chair. To make it easier, use a slightly higher surface. And please, if you have severe knee or hip pain or recent replacements, talk to your doctor or physical therapist first. You can always adjust the depth or add support. Because this movement isn't about perfection, it's about participation. Every time you sit and stand with purpose, you're telling your body, I still own this strength. So take a moment today, find a chair, and reclaim that simple, powerful motion. Because this isn't exercise, it's practice for independence. If you're starting today, drop a quick comment that says, I'm rising again. Let's see how many of us are choosing strength, freedom, and confidence, one rise at a time. If you're over 60, let me tell you something simple. You don't need to train harder. You just need to train smarter. Muscle loss with age isn't a punishment. It's a signal, a gentle reminder from your body saying, I still need your attention. The best way to respond isn't extreme workouts or trendy gym programs. It's steady, thoughtful consistency. 2 or 3 short sessions a week, like the movements we've done together today, are enough to bring back strength, stability, and confidence you can feel. Not overnight, but certainly over time. Think of it like gardening. You don't plant a seed and expect a full tree tomorrow. You water it, give it light, and trust the process. Your muscles are no different. And here's something most people forget. Muscle isn't built in the workout. It's built after, during rest, during recovery, during the quiet hours when your body repairs itself. So make sure you're eating enough protein a little with every meal. Drink plenty of water, sleep deeply, and give your body the space it needs to rebuild. Because that's when the real growth happens. And please stop comparing yourself to your younger self or anyone else. At this stage of life, the goal isn't perfection. The goal is participation. If you can move with control, stand with ease, and live with less pain, that's success. Don't chase intensity, chase quality, chase purpose. Every gentle rep, every mindful breath, every small effort matters. Because every time you move with intention, you're sending your body a message, I still care about you. And believe me, your body is always listening. I've seen people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s rebuild what they once thought was lost. Not because they worked harder, but because they refused to give up on themselves. So don't wait for the perfect day to begin. Don't tell yourself it's too late. The truth is, now is the perfect time. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. And when you do, you'll realize something beautiful. You were never too old to start. You were just one decision away from beginning again. If this message speaks to you, leave a simple comment below, I'm starting today. Because every movement matters, and so do you. Always have, always will. Real strength, the kind that matters most after 60, isn't loud. It doesn't show off. It shows up. It shows up when you stand tall after feeling unsteady, when you reach for a cabinet without hesitation, when you get up from a chair and realize you didn't need both hands this time. That's strength. It's quiet. It's humble. But it's powerful beyond measure. You didn't watch this video for entertainment. You came here because something inside you still believes in your body. You're here because you want to move freely again, to breathe deeply, to trust yourself, to live your life on your terms. These 2 simple exercises aren't just movements, they're messages. Each time you press against the wall, you tell your body, I'm not done yet. Each time you rise from the chair, you whisper, I still can. And your body listens not just with muscles, but with memory. Because strength after 60 isn't about fighting time. It's about partnering with it. Learning how to move smarter, breathe deeper, and live with more grace and confidence than ever before. Age may slow you down, but it doesn't erase your power. You are not fragile, you are adaptable. You are not fading, you're evolving. And you are not behind, you're right on time to begin again. So take a breath, stand tall. Today isn't the end of anything. It's the beginning of something beautiful. A stronger, steadier, more confident you. If this message touched something in you, let me know in the comments. Tell me your name, your city, or just write, I'm not giving up. Because every movement matters, every breath matters, and most of all, you matter.
If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to the channel.